All right, y'all. Let's talk about medication-assisted recovery, or as it's often misunderstood in abstinence-only circles, as cheating. Yeah, like how is using a GPS cheating in navigation? Like, I don't need no directions. I like getting lost, screaming at my family and pissing in a cornfield. Some folks treat Suboxone like it's a jewel for heroin. Oh, you're not really off of it. You're just vaping your addiction now. Like, what? Shut the fuck up, Greg. You're two steps from relapsing every time Red Lobster runs out of Cheddar Bay biscuits. So let's break this down for the people in the back. And by the back, I mean the ones clutching their big book like it's the Dead Sea Scrolls and whispering, real sobriety, like it's a password to some elite sober speakeasy. So here's the deal. Suboxone is a combination of buprenorphine and naloxone. Bupe partially activates opioid receptors, just enough to stop withdrawals, but not enough to get you high. It's called a partial agonist. It's like putting your brain in rehab and giving it a fidget spinner. Naloxone, that's there to block the misuse. It's like a bouncer for your bloodstream. It's actually the same stuff they give to people who are experiencing an overdose to reverse an overdose. So basically, you can't really get high off Suboxone unless you're a molecular contortionist with a PhD in chemistry and a death wish. Now, methadone is a full opioid agonist, meaning it fully activates the receptors, but super slowly, like boringly slow. It's not a rush, it's more like a commute. Methadone is the Volvo of recovery drugs. It's safe, it's reliable, and unsexy as hell. You'll never hear someone go, "Yo, I got that fire methadone plug." It's just not the stuff people are stealing catalytic converters for. And yet people still lose their shit whenever someone gets on MAR, medication assisted recovery. Oh, you're just replacing one addiction for another. Okay, well, you're replacing drinking with rage issues and nicotine, but do go on, Pastor Susan. You've been chewing Nicorette like a goat on Adderall and calling that God's grace. Like people act like recovery is a one-lane road with a toll booth run by some 67-year-old guy named Dennis who gets to decide who's truly sober. Oh, you're on Suboxone? Take the dirt road, sinner. And don't get me started on 12-step purists who act like suffering is the whole point. Like if you didn't puke in a gutter and punch a nun, your bottom wasn't low enough. Some of you all treat rock bottom like a fucking contest. Well, I was living under a bridge. Well, I was living under two bridges. Well, I was the bridge and people were living under me. It's not a competition. Look, not everyone needs Suboxone or methadone, but some people fucking do. Some people's brains were hijacked by trauma, poverty, pain, or a healthcare system that handed out oxy like Halloween candy. You don't get to gatekeep healing just because your rock bottom came with a burning bush and a drum circle. So let's be real. Nobody shoots up and says, God, I hope I get to go on a government run taper program someday. No, people use because it works until it doesn't. Then they want something that actually helps them without killing them. Enter MAR. And here's the science. Yes, science. That annoying thing that doesn't care about your opinion or your personal experience. Suboxone and methadone reduce overdose death rates by over 50%. People on Suboxone, it decreases criminal legal involvement, it improves employment and housing outcomes, and it helps regulate brain chemistry that was completely fucked by opioids. And yet, some folks still come at people like, you're not sober if you're using medicines. Cool, then you're not healthy if you're on statins. You're not functioning if you're on lithium. You're not chill if you're on Lexapro. Sit down before your untreated anxiety gives me a rash. This idea that recovery only counts if it hurts, that's not recovery, that's Catholicism. And can we please talk about how we treat people in methadone clinics like they're getting a weapons grade plutonium? Daily visits, observed dosing, piss tests, So frequent, you got to hydrate like a UFC fighter. But Steve can get a 30-day refill for Xanax like it's fucking ibuprofen. Make it make sense. You you don't hear anyone say, "Wow, you've been on Prozac for 5 years? Aren't you just replacing depression with better living?" No, they're like, "Good for you. You're doing what works." But someone on Suboxone and it's all, "Oh, but you're not really clean." Listen, if you've stopped using illicit fentanyl, stabilized your life, and are living with dignity, you're cleaner than half the assholes talking shit about you from their vape cloud of unprocessed childhood trauma. And let's not pretend that people don't relapse and die because of the stigma. People stop taking MAR to prove they're really sober, only to wind up dead in a fucking Wendy's bathroom because their tolerance dropped and the shame you heaped on them went up. So some of y'all are out here more worried about what's in someone's prescription bottle than what's going to be in their obituary. Look, you can work your program. You can pray, you can meditate, do breath work, align your chakras, stare at the moon while praying to the owls and humming Alanis Morissette lyrics. But don't you dare say shit about somebody else's way of staying alive. If somebody told you, hey, this thing will help you stay alive, reconnect with your family, and maybe even find a reason to live again, and you said, doesn't count unless I raw dog it, you don't sound spiritual. You sound like a CrossFit junkie trying to sell me beef liver pills. Recovery isn't a one size fits all. It's not a uniform. It's a custom tailored suit that lets you walk back into the world like you deserve to take up space. And if Mar is your tailor, wear that shit with pride. Now, to the abstinence only crowd, nobody's asking you to take Suboxone. What we're asking you to do is shut the fuck up while it saves someone else's life.